You're watching ESPN's college football finale presented by Jimmy John's. A beautiful and chilly evening here tonight in Logan, Utah at Maverick Stadium as the Utah State Aggies play host to the Wyoming Cowboys. 1-7 for Wyoming and 4-3 for Utah State. It's a three-way deadlock atop in the Mountain West Conference. 3-1 for Boise State, for Air Force, and for Utah State in the Mountain Division. Meanwhile, Wyoming at 1-7, looking to improve to 2-3 in conference play. Mike Cousins with former Auburn standout Cole Kublik. And Cole, it is an uphill battle for Wyoming on many fronts, but quarterback being one of them especially.
Nick Smith will make his first career start tonight, Mike, and if that's not bad enough 8 games into the season, this young man played triple option quarterback in high school. He was a scout team tight end a season ago, and he's thrown 21 career passes. He has more rushing yards as a collegiate quarterback than he does passing yardage. They're going to have to manage that offense around Nick Smith tonight.
He's got some help in the backfield. Brian Hill, an exceptional running back.
This young man can bounce it outside, but not afraid to go between the tackles. I like Brian Hill's style. Gloves contact, not afraid to go to the stiff arm. And Brian Hill was the fastest to 1,000 yards in Wyoming history, doing it in his 8th game last week.
Kyler Fackrell on the other side helps lead one of the best defenses in the conference.
So one thing great about a 3-man front, Mike, it allows your edge players to be out on their own in space and find the football and make plays. Kyler Fackrell does just that. 10 tackles last week. He's gone over 10 tackles 8 times in his career. He leads the nation with 4 fumble recoveries. He attacks the football, and he attacks players with the football. He'll be very active tonight.
Third year for Matt Wells, the 1996 graduate of Utah State, former quarterback here in Logan, 23-12 at Utah State. And Craig Bohl, the former very successful head coach at North Dakota State. 3 straight FCS championships for him before he took over at Wyoming last year, and trying to bring them win number 2 tonight. Utah State has won the toss, and the Aggies want to go on offense first. They're set to receive. Ethan Wood kicks it away for Wyoming, and here we go in Logan.
That's a live ball, Mike.
Jalen Davis gets on top of it, so Utah State going to work. Chucky Keaton was their quarterback to start the year, injured, as has been the story for him over the last several years. And it's the sophomore Kent Myers who leads the show. Myers 8-2 as a starter. Last week in their loss against San Diego State. Season low 95 passing yards for the Aggies. He's out to throw on first down. And he's got a completion. First down, it's out across midfield. And boy, does that ball move. Nice way to open the game for Utah State.
Chris Copier on the reception. You can see the box stacked with 9 defenders, Mike, and a nice little play action, roll out, move the pocket, make life easy on your quarterback. Solid pitch and catch. And then Copier does the rest on his own.
35 yards in the first play of the game for the Aggies. Up against a 4-man front here for Wyoming. 2 wide receivers. Myers back to throw again. And we welcome you to Logan, Utah. Wyoming and Utah State just 2 plays in here as the Cowboys come to town to take on the Aggies. Mike Cousins with former Auburn standout Cole Kublik. And it's the Aggies at 4-3, 3-1 in the Mountain West, already in the red zone. First run of the day, and it's Mays going inside the 10. A flag comes in at the end of the play as he goes down at about the 7-yard line.
We'll see what that flag is, Mike, but just power play. Austin Albrecht, left tackle, pulls around, leading the way up inside, gets a kick-out block.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Well, quite a start here for Utah State, Cole. Exactly what they wanted After a very disappointing showing against San Diego State last week, their lowest offensive output of the year with just 239 total yards, 3 plays, and they've got the ball at the 3-yard line.
Cowboys wanted to stack the box early. They go play action, roll out, hit a nice bootleg off that, get them out of their initial defense. Now you get help with the penalty down near the goal line.
Mays, the running back, he takes it to the right side, nowhere to go. Pushed back behind the 10-yard line. A nice push from DJ May and a host of other Wyoming defenders.
DJ May with the run through. So difficult to go short side in the red zone, especially down inside the 10, inside the 5. Take another look. You see, just trying to go to that short side of the field, really outnumbered. The Wyoming defense, just not enough blockers to handle the linebacker run through.
Loss of 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down and goal. Ball on the 8-yard line. Ian Tongiai in motion. They use him as a blocker, also a defensive end. Now Myers throwing end zone, and it's a touchdown for Utah State.
Wyatt Houston's 2nd touchdown reception on the season. How effective was play action for Coach Wells on this initial drive for the Aggies? Take another look out of the pistol formation. Really nice sell from Kent Myers. Knows exactly where he needs to deliver that football just out of the fake.
The extra point from Brock Warren is good. It's a 7-0 lead on a beautiful first drive from Utah State. All it took was 5 plays to move the ball 75 yards. And the Aggies, playing at home, are up early. First time Utah State has scored on an opening possession this year. Matt Wells had his team ready to go.
Hey, we've talked about it all week. You're prepared right now, okay? Take confidence in your preparation, okay? Take confidence in your teammate. Take confidence in your coaching, all right? All you got right out of the gate. Everybody good? Okay? You got juice, you got energy, there's no question. Okay, all 3 phases. Highest level you got today.
Mike Cousins and Cole Kubelik, certainly no shortage of energy there in that locker room, Cole.
Absolutely not. Rivalry game. You want to get those troops fired up before you take the field.
Jake Thompson set to kick for Utah State. Long kick, and DJ May lets it go. So they'll bring the ball out to the 25 for a 1st and 10 for Wyoming. And Nick Smith, the redshirt freshman from Merritt Island, Florida, Cole.
Triple option quarterback in high school, Mike. Scout team tight end as a redshirt freshman a season ago. He's got great size, 6'4", 233. Durability should be there. As a former triple option guy, you know the mobility is going to be there as well. Just anxious to see, with only 21 career attempts as a collegiate quarterback, how they manage his snaps tonight.
First career start. And they run him.
I like that play call, Mike, because had success last week with the jet sweep. So go ahead and ride it. It was a read. So Nick Smith had the option to hand that or keep it, and he shows you physical durability right there between the tackles. He'll fake that jet sweep, keep it, and get north and south.
And if you wonder, how did they get to Smith? Well, a couple of injuries brought him up on the depth chart. Under center with Hill in the backfield. Hill, 6th leading rusher in FBS, goes right side, lowers his head and gets a 1st down. Out across the 40-yard line to the 41. Nice pickup there of 17.
This will become repetitive tonight, but Brian Hill does not run like he's 6'1", 211. Runs more like he's maybe 221, 231. He's a physical back. And you see there, Chase Roulier, 73 left guard, pulls around, opens up the power play for the Cowboy 1st down.
Spread 4 wide against 3 down linemen. Smith on the move, tucks it and runs, and gets maybe a yard on that 1st down. Taken down by Nick Vigil, his team leading 77th tackle of the year.
I like what Brent Vigen, offensive coordinator for Wyoming, doing so far, spreading defenses out, going 4 wide, going 2 tight ends, little 12 personnel, trying to keep the defense on their heels a little bit, not let them come attack their young quarterback.
Drew Van Manen is the fullback in front of Hill. Hill through the middle, pushes the pile, maybe 2. Well, Brian Hill, the sophomore running back from Belleville, Illinois, about 30 minutes outside of St. Louis. He wasn't their starter to begin the year either. It was Sean Wick, who's been battling concussion issues, but here comes Hill onto the scene, a guy out of the Mountain West Conference who's been one of the best rushers in the country, and he was second on the depth chart to start the year.
See if Wyoming can find some man coverage, Mike. Maybe we'll play action, take a shot here on 3rd and long. Safety's creeping up.
Smith, 7 of 21 through the air this year. This throw is right at the first down marker, and the catch is made. Jake Malhart, a 6'6" target out of California, makes the grab. So Smith, their 3rd string quarterback, essentially, behind Kaufman and Aaron Young as well on there.
Smith able to find man coverage, Mike. Got good protection. Blitz came. A little deep in route. Nice throw and catch. Shows good confidence as a first-time starter.
First down inside Aggie territory. Play action. Taking off and running. And he gets a first down. Dragged out of bounds by Marwin Evans, the strong safety.
These linebackers just eating up the play action fakes, Mike. Utah State Aggie linebackers attacking the run first, thinking new quarterback, obviously 1,000-yard rusher in the backfield. They're going to try to attack Brian Hill, but 2 excellent decisions by Nick Smith to pull those footballs down and run and not throw a low percentage pass.
First and 10 to the 36. After a quarterback run, it's Hill who goes through the middle and picks up 3 on the carry. You look at the company he's in, too. His great company among leading rushers in the country. But Hill, not number 1 on the depth chart to start the year, was behind Sean Wick. Nick Smith was behind Cameron Kaufman at quarterback and Josh Allen, who had a broken clavicle. And then Tanner Gentry, their top wide receiver, has gone down as well with an injury.
That's a lot of production out of that lineup, Mike.
8th play of the drive for the Cowboys. Hill with a stutter step. Gets himself into the second level of the defense and goes down. It'll be about 3rd and 2 after a 5-yard carry from Hill.
Brent Vigen, Wyoming offensive coordinator, going with that wing T look almost with a single back. Double wing, I like it. Get you 2 extra big bodies into the game, and you can attack the edge, attack the perimeter of the Utah State defense. This is not a bulky front 7 for Utah State, and they're banged up in the middle, and you can see Vigen and Wyoming attacking the interior of that defense early.
Smith, and he's spotted short of the marker. 4th down and about 1. They're inside the 30-yard line, but this has not been an area where they kick field goals. Their freshman kicker, Tristan Bailey, just 1 of 7. So if they're outside the 25, they're likely to go for it. 8 of 15 on 4th downs this year.
Left guard is their most experienced offensive lineman.
Smith with a push, and he's got the first down for Wyoming.
Nice job by those middle 3 up front. Troy Boylan, Charlie Renfrey, Chase Roulier, center and 2 guards for this Cowboy offense, getting a little bit of a push. All you have to do, stay low, come off the football, wedge block, create a little bit of space for your quarterback to lean forward and attempt to pick up first down yardage. You see here that widening out again, Mike, so changing up the formations, not allowing Utah State to dial in and blitz and bring pressure.
A little bit of misdirection on the fake sweep they give to Hill right side, and he tumbles for another first down inside the 15-yard line.
Power play back underneath, but the jet sweep motion pulls you away. Jacob Hollister, the tight end, with a really nice block. 88's going to pull around. You'll see him up back. He'll pull around. You have a nice kick-out block. That allows Brian Hill to get north and south, and Hill does such a nice job of just having patience, squeezing through, finding space, and then darting north and south.
Five carries for Hill on the drive, 34 yards on the ground for the sophomore running back. They give it to him right side. Nice kick out block by Van Manen. And then a sweeping tackle takes him out of the 8-yard line.
Brian Hill almost got a little bit ahead of himself here. He had Charlie Renfrey, his center, out front, 64. Pulls around, opportunity to make a play. If he can just be patient, wait on his offensive lineman to get out, throw a block, or even just use him as a shield. Still, pretty good pickup on first down. These 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6s, it's exactly where you want to be with the first time starting quarterback on the road.
Very manageable situation for Smith. Hill out of the game, so they go to the air. Smith throwing end zone, and it's a touchdown. Jake Malhart, his 6th touchdown catch of the year, and they're an extra point away from tying it up on the road.
Brent Vegan gave Nick Smith very deliberate routes on this drive, Mike. Didn't have 3, 4, 5 options. It was play action and know exactly where you're going to go. Take a look at the replay. An excellent fake by Smith. He knows the out route's going to be there. Has to deliver it low and outside. Great accuracy. Wyoming right back in this football game.
Tristan Bailey on for the extra point. 19 of 21 on point after this season. And the true freshman from Colorado Springs knocks it through. 7-7. Nick Smith, the first-time starter, leads a 13-play, 7-minute drive, capped off with a touchdown to Jake Malhart to lock it up.
ESPN College Football is presented by Jimmy John's Freaking Fast Sandwiches, and in part by Cadillac.
A little grumpy cat as we bring you back here to Logan, Utah. Mike Cousins and Cole Kubelik in a 7-7 ball game. With 5:43 to go in the first quarter, a nice drive for Nick Smith at his first career start, hooking up with Jake Malhart for the touchdown reception as Wyoming looks for its 2nd win of the year. They started off the season 0-6, which they hadn't done in 76 years. But got a win over Nevada a couple of weeks ago and then lost to Boise State 34-14 on the road.
Nick Smith did cap off an 80-plus yard touchdown drive last week coming in reserve duty, so it's not the first time he's done it.
Ethan Wood lets it fly, and the return out across the 20-yard line. Jalen Davis brings it out. Starting field position at the 22 when we return for Utah State. Tomorrow, College Game Day built by the Home Depot comes to you from Independence Mall in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Number 9 Notre Dame, number 21 Temple. Reese, Kirk, Des, Lee, and the gang get you set for a full day of football starting tomorrow 9 Eastern on ESPN. Also streaming live on Watch ESPN. Well, it's a first down for Utah State. They spread things out. Trying to go score for score here with Wyoming.
Robert Priester coming up from his cornerback spot, number 2 for the Cowboys. Boy, he was on a mission. Flying into the backfield, trying to take away that jet sweep motion. Forced it back outside, negated a big gain, but came in with reckless abandon there. I like to see that from the defensive backs.
Justin Hervey got the carry for first down. Pick up at 3. Myers, this time with a keeper. And he's got a first down to the 35-yard line for the sophomore from Texas.
Really nice job from Utah State quarterback Kent Myers. Watch him suck this defensive end down. 55, Eddie Yarbrough, maybe a little bit of a slant, a stunt inside, but takes himself out of the play. That opens up first down yardage for the Aggies.
And now we've got a whistle coming from the far sideline. This will go against Utah State.
Start. Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Braylon Roberts, the sophomore wide receiver out of Dallas, whistled for the penalty.
Always struggled with that. Receivers go on ball movement. They can't hear the snap count. How you jump off sides, a little odd.
A little excited to be playing at home on a Friday night. Setback 5, Myers. Nowhere to go as he tries to get out of the pocket, and he's brought down by Eddie Yarbrough, that stud along the defensive line for Wyoming.
I attribute some of this to the coverage, Mike, as Kent Myers goes a hard pump. Made a good decision not to deliver this football, but you'll see the right side of this pocket break down, and Eddie Yarbrough might be a little bit banged up. Here he comes right side of the screen, cleans that up. That's why Eddie Yarbrough is a great football player. The motor continues to run. If he doesn't get there on an initial move, he stays with it and tries to track down the QB.
2nd and 15, going to the sideline. They saw soft coverage, and the catch is made at the 41-yard line.
Mike, you mentioned it. Soft coverage, run-pass option. Predicated on what coverage you get and what coverage you see of whether or not Kent Myers is going to hand that football off or if he's going to pitch it out. Braylon Roberts, the length helps a little bit here. Watch the reach. Go up and get that football. Nice grab.
Roberts with just his 7th catch of the year. Makes it 3rd down and manageable. Now they roll out. It's Roberts again. Upended at the 50-yard line by Robert Priester. But Utah State is finding the open gaps.
Simple play action on rundowns, always so effective for me, Mike, and I love those plays, especially when you have a quarterback as confident as Kent Myers, and when he's a run threat, that helps freeze those defensive ends and outside linebackers. But a nice job by Myers of quickly coming out of that fake, getting rid of the football.
Switching it up, pistol formation. Lawan Hunt, the running back. They fake it to him, go across the middle. The catch and a run down inside the 30-yard line. Wyatt Houston makes the grab, their tight end out of Oregon.
Houston had the touchdown reception on the initial drive. Another play action from Kent Myers. He sells it so well, comes right out of it and delivers a strike. These tight ends having excellent days here so far for Utah State.
Both Hunt and Mays in the backfield with Myers. Give it off to Mays. He's got blocking out to the left side. Across for a first down and knocked out of bounds by Andrew Wingard. One of 3 freshmen in the secondary for Wyoming.
Lawan Hunt with an excellent block here, power play. And this is what Utah State wants to do, needs to do. They're a run-first football team. They got to play ground and pound. 21, throws a little block out front, and that allows Mays to spring to the outside and pick up big yardage.
First and 10 as Myers. He's making his 6th start of the year, directs the show. Back to Mays, ahead for 3.
Well, it's becoming obvious, Mike, the weakness of this defense that Utah State sees is the edge. It's off tackle just to the outside. They're testing the outside linebackers with routes to the tight ends, down the seams, on the outside. And then these outside runs off tackle having some success as well.
Myers, a perfect start to the game. Is also a very capable rusher as well, showing his talent through the air. Back to the left side, and it's a wide open path for Devontae Mays. His 6th rushing touchdown of the year.
Well, Jake Simonitz is going to get the credit. 76, Mike. He pulls around. Excellent kick-out block. Devontae Mays finishes it off.
Gone into the end zone untouched. Knows how to find his. Grew up in a household as one of 10 children in Livingston, Texas. The extra point is true. for Brock Warren.